Hi guys, welcome in today's video. I would like to speak about parallel serial strings which you can connect or you can't connect to your inverter. I have heard many questions about can I use maybe those panels, they have 580 watts and those they have 460 watts. Can I use them in the parallel setup or something like this? It is the most asked question, I think, on the channel that I had, and that's why I am making the video. And truly, yes, you can use it. You can use different panels and have parallel strings from them on one MPPT actually. But it needs to fit some condition. Yeah, you cannot use like 3 panels of those and 10 panels of those. It will never work because you will burn those 3 panels even when they are bigger. But when you reach some kind of good condition, like maybe we have here one example, you have the 460 volt, 580 volt, and the counts of the panels, the smaller one when you have 6 and the bigger one when you have 5, you will reach at the end the same voltage. I'm sorry guys, I have it in the check, I forgot it to translate it, but I think you will reach it like this one is the voltage. 6 times 34, it is 208 and so on. So it is one combination, and actually you can have even, let me say, you can have 12 of them. It will be just double for, let me say, 400 volt string. And here you will have 10 of them and you will reach, let me say, 400 volts 24. It is also very fine. Let me say, when the voltage stays in the, let me say, difference of 5%, you are just fine. It makes not so big deal and you can actually have it. I have, for example, on my roof on the north side, totally different panels. And I have also 2 strings that I am using on my inverter and they are working very well. For example, if I make this one, and I will show you my string. I have 24, it is on the south, it is the big one. They have something, let me say something smaller, maybe 31.5 volt, because they are 420 watts single, they are not even bifacial. And on the other side, I have fixed the table. So I was looking and I have 14 times, let me say it's 410 or I think 415 watts and 9 times 460. And those panels, they are the same, but the bigger one, they have 1 cells more. I think you have 60 of them, 60 cells in this 460 on one half, and on the other half is also 60, so there is 120 cells. But the smaller panel, where is 14 of them, they have only 9 cells. It means 54 and 54, it is 108 cells in one panel. And the difference of the voltage is also according to it. So let me say it is like plus minus like this. And you see the voltage is coming to 767 and here is 756. And I have those strings in a parallel connection on one MPPT. This is only the case that I would like to show you what is possible to have it. So you can have even the high voltage strings, it's no problem, you can have them. You can see like it is over 900 or something. When it is maybe in the winter it started. I really keep the limit a little bit lower even when my inverter is going for, let me say, 1100 volts. I actually have 2 panels more there on the roof. I could actually make the string of 25, but then it's a little bit critical with the coefficient and I don't want to go there. I don't want to go there because this one, it is not open voltage, it is when it's load, and the open voltage is much higher. It can be maybe 37, 20% more, and then you have another 20% coefficient. So definitely I am just below the coefficient, like something like 1080 volts with the coefficient 1.2, and you don't want to go really higher and risk it, like it will burn your inverter with 1200 volt or something, and then it's big issue. So don't do this. People, be careful and this high voltage, it's a killer. Actually, if you get in contact with it, you are dead on the me or on the flat. And if you survive, then definitely you need to go to the hospital to go for plasma and blood exchange, because otherwise you will not survive. It is on the molecular level destroy the body, so, and even for the short time. So it was a small anecdote for it. I think I have said many things. So we can connect different strings with different panels. The most critical parameter is the voltage. If you want to use them, definitely I recommend to use also for each string one diode for the parallel connection, so they have no issues between them, and I think that's good. And second thing is the angle. I told you my constellation, when you have south and maybe some kind of fence like west and east, it is good when you have two inputs on one MPPT and you can reach up to 40 amps for the shortcut amps according to the data sheet. But if you can go only maybe to 30 or a little bit lower, then you should be really careful. Definitely you can use the fence or the wall, two sides, you can use it like I have it. West and east, it's no problem. You can have this parallel connection when it is leading to the south. And when you have the other one and you would like to make the fence on the, let me say, direction east to west, and the panel will be oriented to the south, then I wouldn't recommend to connect it with another, or such a two panels, two strings together. I would recommend don't do that. So definitely think about and test your strings, how is it going, because you don't want to go over amp on the MPPT input. So that was the second thing we need to really watch out. And if you are maybe, you know, every case is special. I have maybe one customer and he has, let me say, the south string and the east string, and he wants to connect them. And more or less it is the same case, very similar panels like 450 and 600. And I didn't recommend it to actually do it, because when you are counting your calculation of the power which you can get from the panels, definitely when you have south 30 degrees, there will be 100% coming even more energy in one day, in one condition, in 1 hour. And it can be even long hour, like 2 hours per period. It will be on the full power. And the other string, which is, let me say, the east, if he is also 30 degrees, he will getting in the same hour when the south string has full power. He will have definitely a lot of amps, I think also. I am thinking he can have like 50%, definitely 50%. And if you imagine like you have 15 amps, when you have maybe some kind of bifacial, then look at it. You have 15 amps from bifacial, and then you can get another and half of it. So it will be like maybe 23 amps and you are just on the half. And if you want to connect it to parallel with another string on the MPPT input, then you have issue. It can be very, very critical. So I do not recommend to use that correctly. Make your math before you connect anything. And you need to imagine like you need to count the angle of the sun and angle of the earth, and of you have two axes and both of them they are exponential, so it will be kind of crazy calculation how much power you can get in two strings in one time. But it's not so maybe hard, because I did my calculations too, and they are not so complicated. When you are using east and west and 90 degrees, then you are fine. Or you are using south and north, but not so many people push the panels on the north side like I did. So it is kind of extreme. But I told you it is for the diffusion light, and in some morning hours the north side actually see the sun, and it is in the summer. I think it is like 4 months, maybe starting June and ending September. It is still with the sunlight, and I have very flat curve. I don't have much power peak, even when I have maybe now 70, 72 kVp. then I have only maybe 25, 30 kilowatt peak on whole system. And that's because of the strings and the conditions and angles that I have. And I would like to have a lot of power in each hour of the day. And even the fans now, it will be so amazing. It will bring so much energy to the board, to the table. I am expecting doing it. Last year, I think I had recorded about 250 kW a day. It was the fully sunny day, let me say 12, 13, maybe 14 hours sunlight. I expect I could do maybe 350 kilowatt hours in day, which is really nice. If you imagine like you can do 2 megawatts in a week, it's not so bad in the summer. It will be like 8 megawatt in a maybe June, July. That will be crazy. If you have the cloudy days, definitely we will lose a lot of power, but it is like it is. So thank you for the watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you want to make the video about something or you have questions on me about anything on the photovoltaic, just ask. I will gladly answer, or I can make the video about it if it is a really good question. So thank you and bye bye.